Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out None of My Business by ITZY. Recently, we checked out Bet on Me, which was an absolutely beautiful music video. I love the symbolism. I love the simplicity in part of it. I love how each of the ways that the various members of ITZY got quote unquote lost in their way was very different and something that could relate to each and every single one of the girls. I really love the symbolism, especially Leah with locking herself inside a box, basically where she's with a teddy bear that is no longer smiling. And all of these things that are buried deep down Yuna's visuals, as far as her needing to get over her own fears and her own doubts, and basically bet on yourself because no one else will. Because even I thought it was a really cool symbolism of all of the girls running together in that train, but then Yuna was left alone because she still had doubt. So either kill the doubt or let the doubt kill you. So and there was like Cheryang with the symbolism of her and the mirage of various Cheryangs that we see, as far as like dance potentially being something that took her mind off of the bruises that were on her, as far as like the obstacles and everything else that she had to go through. Yeji's visuals, of course, were really, really beautiful and symbolic as well, as far as like feeling like you're running and in the same place or running into a place that you don't know basically where you're running to, so you might as well just run into nothing. Ryujin's visuals of the doors and the windows, whether it's dark or light, it's like it doesn't matter if it's it almost like to me kind of like in a way, now that I'm thinking about it, when the lights were on, when the windows were no longer, when the room was no longer dark and it was bright, it still didn't change anything. Just because you appear to be happy, it doesn't mean that you actually are. I mean, we talked about it many times on this channel, as far as like some of the happiest people that appear to be on screen were usually the ones that ended doing some tragic things. Robin Williams is one of the biggest examples, Chester Bennington, Marilyn Monroe, the list goes on and on and on. There's a famous meme about the various faces of celebrities saying that's what depression looks like. So I thought that Itzy did a phenomenal job. Plus, I've seen a lot of, and if you want to see me talk a little bit more in depth and really try to go through each of the various stages of each of the girls and what it represents, in my opinion, at the very least. All of this is just my interpretation, my opinions. I'm not saying that's how it actually is. That's just my opinion. So I just want to constantly throw it out there just in case. But if you want to check out my full reaction and opinions on that music video, check out the playlist here to my ITZY reactions. And the the one thing that I do want to mention before we get into it is that there's a clip that went a little bit viral, I guess, as far as a part of their album documentary. I believe it's like a less than a 30-minute video that basically like showcases the road to get this album done. And there was a moment there where some of the girls got very, very emotional, and I've seen a lot of comments regarding JYP and the way that he should have handled it as a producer, as someone that is overseeing everything, and just as the president of the company and everything else, as the one in charge. A lot of people were talking about how he should have done things a little bit differently. And I'm not gonna get into that because I haven't watched the actual documentary except for a couple of clips. But if you watch some of my Stray Kids reactions, and if you follow me on Patreon and you've seen my reactions to 16 or the Stray Kids Survival Show, you know that there are some moments where I'll give JYP his props, but there are a lot of moments where I'm not very nice to him. So let me know in the comment section everything that you thought about that documentary, of course. And let's continue. Let's get into this music video. I'm very, very, very excited about this one. So without further ado, None of My Business by ITZY. Let's go. A heart? No, none of my bit. You dumbass idiot. Yeah, none of my bit. I'm sorry, I'm slow today. Yeah, but also numb. It sounds like numb. My feelings are numb. I'm numb. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Ooh, nice little cherry.
It's none of my business, none of my business, none of my business what you do. 똑같은 매일 반복된 얘기 어긋나버린 me and you. 완전히 달라진 넌 tragic. 너만 보면 자꾸 현기증이 나. 미쳐버린 이 여름도 crazy. 열대야보다 더 짜증나는 우리. 가시돋친 말투 비뚤어져 like you. Yeah, 멈출 수 없는 우리 사이.
Oh my.
I don't care how you feel.
Bubbles.
It's none of my business, none of my business, none of my business what you do. 똑같은 매일 반복된 얘기 어긋나버린 me and you. None of my business, none of my business, none of my business what you do. 고장난 매일 뒤틀린 얘기 이미 멀어진 me and you. 쿨하기는커녕 찌는 네 습도 속 익숙했던 손길마저 실증나는 기분.
Oh, that was cool. That was really cool. Also, it's none of my business. It's none of your business. Didn't they say that in Wannabe? I do my own business. It's none of your business. Something along those lines. And in Wannabe, I wanna be me. That's pretty cool. I love the vibe here. It's so much. It's so refreshing. Like a really cold lemonade on a summer day. You know what I mean. That was cool. Okay. I'm sorry. Jesus, the eyes. 오늘 남아 후끈한 밤 공기마저 모든 게 어지러워. Oh, nice. Nasty stories every day. Oh, that's cool. That's 우리들 사이를 되돌리려 애쓰지마. I'm not okay. 이럴수록 지칠 뿐이고 I don't care. 벗어나고 싶은 이 여름. 뒤지 나도 똑같은데 알잖아 더 이상 내게 뭘 더 바래. Baby don't mess me. You don't have to mess me. 우릴 내려놔 이젠 하던 것좀 Oh, that was so cool. Let's take it back because that was dope. And the whole na. We talked about, I believe, in one of the XG reactions, Coconut, sorry, and Jurin. They had like this part of na as far as like all the bullshit, like everything that you do and the shit that you throw at me, it's all noise to me. It's na. It will always be relevant to not give a fuck about what the haters say about you. Same old repetitive story. I'm sure that they are even tired of each comeback going through the same kind of shit, the same comments. It's almost as if you just copy pasted your same comments from the comeback before and the one beforehand and the one beforehand. It's like, I liked them until this happened and now I no longer like them, or I used to like them, they were this and that, and now I just don't like them, so why do you even bother checking them out? I mean, honestly, if I don't like something, I just stop checking it out. There's almost like a I don't give an F kind of vibe here within like the actual melody and how chill the vocals are. It's almost like they're done with the hate. They're no longer like trying to prove it to you. All they needed to prove is in Bet On Me to bet on themselves. All I care about is how I feel and how I get through the day, not about how you ruin my day or how I affected your day in a negative way. Focus on those who actually are affected in a good way and whose life you changed, because clearly this music video already is doing quite well. But there will be people who say that, oh man, this video is underperforming like crazy and all that kind of stuff. You know, I see that constantly with so many groups in the comment section. And honestly, I mean, I really could not give less of a fuck.
그럴수록 멀어지는 you and I 고장나버린 둘 사이 we know it 찐득한 채 오늘 너무 후끈한 밤 공기마저 모든 게 어지러워
It's almost like Leah's going on a road trip or something, like to free her mind. And there's a Dreamcatcher. Shout out to Dreamcatcher too, like the group. That would be a nice little collaboration or just an interaction, which is dope because she's going on her way. Like it seems like all of the girls in some kind of way are going on some kind of a road trip to free their minds. And they have a dream. Leah, at the very least, has a dream catcher, which is like to repel or all negative nightmares, dreams, or thoughts just in general. My own thoughts about whatever people say about me and how it bothers me and consumes me. So I really, really love this. And the choreography is so freaking cool. And really, really low-key kind of addicting. Like this is a very chill, vibey kind of song. And pop that bubble, burst your own bubble. Nice. The camcorder was nice. Make new memories. Yeji under a golden hour lighting is just amazing. You don't have to, nice. I wonder if there's going to be a choreography video. I mean, that's peak happy. Oh my god, Yuna looks amazing. They look incredible. Yuna's eyes. Oh, Leah. I mean, a bubble bath and like bubbles in general, like that's peak happiness. And now they're almost like daydreaming or something, which is beautiful. I really, really love the vibe of this. The way this album is shaping up with Bet On Me and None of My Business, because it's after you bet on yourself and you realize that your happiness is what's important to you more than anything else, like the outside world. If no one is going to bet on you unless you bet on yourself. And now that you have bet on yourself, and all of them came together at the end, which I believe some people referenced that the ending with the tunnel to a previous music video from their past. I thought that was really, really cool because it's once every one of the girls bet on herself, that's when they finally got together and they can move on to bigger and better things, which is dope. And in this music video, now that I am all chill and zen, I don't really give a fuck about what you think, because it's none of my business. And we have all of these incredible visuals to emphasize that, as far as like the caravan or the minivan or the minivan. We got like what looks like a Ford car, a pickup truck or whatever. We got all of these various things that represent like freedom in terms of like going on a road trip. We have all these bubbles. We have the bar that is called None of My Business, because let me give you a drink called GTFO. Even like the visuals of what looks like them dancing at like dawn or like golden hour or something is also really, really cool. It's like also day and night from the beginning of the day till the end of it, all through dusk and dawn and everything else. We don't give a fuck. It's none of our business. We're just here to have fun And it unfortunately it took us this long to get to this point where we can finally let go of whatever the fuck people are saying about us, which is dope, and it's better late than never. And plus the footage with the camcorder is really really cool as far as like capturing new memories. Also the camcorder being a very old school one, not quite, but fairly old school to a point where it basically separates you from social media. It's not like a GoPro, it's not a phone. There's no phones in sight. It's all about mental clarity and not things that you can put online in terms of like sharing your happiness. They're just happy for themselves instead of being happy for someone else to say that, oh my God, you're so happy. That's so cool. They don't give a fuck. That's dope, in my opinion. And holy, like even the little pool, like just having fun eating very summery fruits and all that kind of stuff, and the surfboards and everything at the sea, which I'm guessing this is one of the sets that what it's supposed to represent. Very peaceful zen, and I love that throughout all the visuals. It doesn't matter if it's day, night, golden hour, dusk, dawn. We don't give a fuck. So I thought that it was really incredible. I love the chill nature. I love like some of the lyrics, like don't try to make it work. I don't care. We're already drifting apart, me and you. This is such a cool song to take into consideration in two meanings as far as like a romantic one, like who are you kidding, we're done, but also as far as like we no longer care about the haters, but not in a way where we're trying to prove something with Rujin, like and want to be cutting hair out of an act of rebellion, a rebellious act rather, like or like the girls like walking on that table, I think throwing the cakes and fruits and whatever the fuck it was around. Like it's not about proving a point. So they reached like mature freedom, whereas in previous music videos like Wannabe, for example, it's a rebellious kind of freedom, like I'm trying to prove a point. Here they're just trying to prove to themselves that we're done. So I do like the lyrics of like don't try to make it work, we're done. uh don't ask for it anymore. It miss me and all that kind of stuff. We're falling apart. Like it just kind of like reaching a level of acceptance, and Rujin is looking absolutely fantastic, and Yuna's eyes are holy shit. Yeji looks incredible. The shot of like the final none of my business where Cheryang was doing it after the rap section was amazing. Leah looking phenomenal. Like some of my favorite visuals from this year is actually Leah in Bet on Me, to be honest, and here she looks absolutely phenomenal. So this drop it now, stop the futile fight, like there we're basically, I came to my own conclusion. I'm already done with you, so you might as well stop convincing. You're not convincing me, you're just trying to convince yourself that there's something to fight for, when in reality I don't give a fuck about you. So that is a really cool thing. And some of the sticky and dripping and all that kind of lyrics kind of threw me off for a second there, because anyway, but emphasizing how bad the summer is because it's scorching hot, and everything is sticky. The ice cream is melting so fast. It's like you can't really savor it and all that kind of stuff. And you get a headache all the time. And even the familiar touch tires me, like being so tired of the same old, and realizing that it's not what I want anymore. And the same old repetitive story really fits within ITZY's story arc in general, not letting anyone put you down. But they did it here in such a way that is almost like kind of like, I guess, more mature. You're completely different now. Tragic. That's actually also kind of like relatable to some comments that I see on ITZY too. Like I think that there's some really interesting lyrics that relate to both like a romantic meaning, of course, but also a slightly more nuanced meaning in terms of like fans and all, and people who pretend to be fans. As far as like you constantly see comments on groups like, man, I really tried to like them for so long, and then every time you see a comment that starts off in a way that it's supposed to be like optimistic, it just goes downhill, and the comment ends up hating the fuck out of the group, which is just silly to me. I mean, at the end of the day, it's music, And if it doesn't make you feel a certain way in a positive way, that's fine. I still live by the thought of I guess motto or mantra, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So that's how I'm gonna continue doing my thing. Aggressive attitudes, yeah, too. Very relatable to like fans and shit. So or ex fans, I guess, and shit. This is beautiful. This music video was absolutely wonderful, chill, positive, zen. Even though the lyrics clearly like portray like a reflection upon a relationship that is no longer positive, and they realize it. So that was beautiful. I really, really enjoyed this music video a lot. Visually, it was wonderful. The girls looked absolutely fantastic. And Yuna's eyes are some of the most mesmerizing eyes I've ever seen on anyone. And Yeji with that soft golden hour lighting as they were dancing in what looks like golden hour or something. It was absolutely beautiful too. And just the choreography itself was really, really cool, especially when they slowed down and everything. It was really, really nice. Really enjoyed it. Maybe there's going to be a choreography video from one of or a couple of these sets. That would be pretty cool in my book. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Make sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new. Have a wonderful week, you guys. See ya.